Hey, World Entertainment, and as you may or may not know, but the brand new Assassin's Creed game has finally launched. I believe it comes out today for general sales, but of course the pre-orders and stuff came out the day before, and I think the deluxe versions was the day even before that. Now, of course, we've all heard the thing about Ubisoft deploying a legal team to sue anybody who, what they say is, harasses any developers. They haven't exactly clarified what they mean by harassment, but that's their threat. We'll look at the article that talks about that part. But with the game now officially out, the headlines already for some of these things, which just to show you what kind of disaster this game is. Think of it as well. This is a game where you play as a black protagonist in feudal Japan, and they decided to go ahead and call the game Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh my.
Yeah, not exactly the most subtle of little titles there, but already on day one you get a headline like this: Assassin's Creed Shadows flops on Steam launch day, fails to break into the top 30 games as access media sites heap critical praise. We'll have a bit of a look at that article. But there was also this part that says Assassin's Creed Shadows rolls out day one patch that removes ability to deface Japanese religious sites after blowback from Japanese government. Now, this game has had nothing but controversy. And never mind the fact that they decided, hey, we're going to use Asuke, the black samurai, that the guy existed but was never a samurai. And everyone keeps jumping into the comments and stuff, and do it to your heart's content. You can go with all the BS. He was not a samurai. He was never a samurai. And the Japanese people and culture will tell you he was not a samurai. But the fact that they're saying they had to remove the ability to deface Japanese religious sites, the fact that that was even in the game is mind-blowing. And of course you remember the little toy they had built off Yasuke and the female protagonist, where they were standing on the famous Japanese gate, the half-broken gate, which has historical significance to the people of Japan. And of course they, like idiots, went and made a toy of it with her standing on it, and Japan went nuts, and they had to change it to it's now a rock. So they've had nothing but controversy. But regarding this, we're gonna sue you, let's have a look at this. Now, this is a bit of an old article that came out on I think it was Wednesday, but it says, with Assassin's Creed Shadows set to launch in just 3 days, which is now released, Ubisoft's mounting desperation has reached a new level. Reports now indicate that the company has quietly enlisted a special team tasked with shielding the developers from what they call online harassment. However, it's the vague, undefined nature of what Ubisoft actually considers harassment that's raising serious concerns, and has many questioning whether the company is simply using this initiative to silence critics and control the narrative around its latest highly controversial title. So that is one of the big questions is, well, what are they deeming as harassment? Is it if someone reviews the game, like plays the game online, reviews it and goes, wow, these developers, they deserve to be fired or something? Are they going to deem that harassment? Are they going to deem people jumping into the DMs attacking specific developers? Which, an interesting note, apparently if you go and look at the developers of the game, they only now give their first names. They do not give their full names. And now, if you're going specifically online onto their, whether it be X accounts, Facebook, whatever, to a specific person, and you do start just like throwing crap at it, yeah, fair enough, that's out of order. But if a general term of playing the game and stuff is, well, this game absolutely sucks and that everyone involved with making it deserved to be fired or whatever, or should never work in gaming at least again. I think that's valid. But one of the funny things with their whole desperation for the attacks on critics and anyone who's going to criticize this game is they they say it was accidentally, but they brought out a person that they want to play the game early. So they gave this, I think he's a YouTuber, can't even think of his name now, but they gave this guy early access, like 4 days early access, to specifically review the game for them. That was the whole thing. They gave it to him for him to review, to put out an early review. And he criticized the game, I think, a bit. They attacked him and managed to take down his channel. Now, since then, I believe his channel is back, but I don't know about the review. But the fact that it was like, wow, you actually gave the game to this guy, he criticized it, and you actually went ahead and attacked him and took his channel down. That's insane. Now, just before we jump into this other part that talks about it's not even breaking into the top 30 of the games on launch day, just to show you the kind of state that this game is actually in, it's insane. Now, you've probably seen a few of the clips already. One of the clips, I actually don't have it for this video, but there is a clip of a guy playing it who beheads a character. So for all intents and purposes, that character should be dead. And he turns around to get ready to fight other people. And as he turns back, the guy with no head is standing there trying to attack him with no head. So already we're seeing, oh, so the game is already broken. On release, it's already broken and they have to do patch notes. But one of the things that people have been pointing out is the dialogue, because the dialogue is a joke. And people thought this was like, is this faked? No, this is actually a clip from the game. And I think what I've added to it kind of shows all of our reactions when we heard this. Take a look at just how bad and crazy the dialogue is for this.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm. Mushrooms can too. Shiitake?
Mushrooms. The smell of dirt, grass, and rain.
Oh yes, it is actually that bad. It truly is. And you can see people playing the game now online, and yeah, that's an actual clip from the game. That is how bad it is. Now, one of the other things people started to notice a few days ago actually was the typical thing that we're starting to see. Oh look, there's a black person in it. You know what that means? Rap music. Yes, there was an actual clip that came out of Yusuke starting to have a fight and rap music starts playing in the game. And people thought that can't be real either. There's no way that that's real. They did not actually do that, did they? Well, yes, they did. And in fact, here's another clip that I believe is meant to be one of his final fights in the game. But they didn't just do some sort of rap music. They tried to mix what sounds like Japanese traditional music and African music. Again, I kid you not, again, this is real. Have a look at this clip. Oh yes, again, that is real, and it's just like, this is mind-blowing. But let's have a look at a part of this article that talks about this not even breaking the top 30, and it's a flop already. So it says the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to be Ubisoft's saving grace. After months of delays, backlash, and a marketing campaign mirrored by controversy, all eyes were on how the game would perform on its launch day. But the numbers are in for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they're not looking good for Ubisoft, particularly on Steam. According to Steam charts, Shadows peaked at just 41,000 412 concurrent players on launch day, making it only the 36th most played game on Steam for the day. That's a disastrous result for a big budget AAA title backed by one of the largest publishers in the industry. To put it into perspective, Shadows was soundly beaten by older titles like Red Dead Redemption 2, indie favourites like Stardew Valley, and even the newly released Marvel's Rivals. It was also overtaken by titles such as Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Baldur's Gate 3 and Helldivers 2, all of which boast higher player counts and more organic enthusiasm among gamers. And it's no surprise because, look, everyone looked at this game and went, what the hell are you doing? Why are you putting a black guy as the protagonist in feudal Japan? And then of course when you're starting to see, oh look, they're putting rap music every time he fights. And before you all jump into the comments and go, oh well, you just don't give out when this character was this colour in this Assassin's Creed game. Go away. This is feudal Japan. The guy was not a samurai, and the fact that you finally give a game set in feudal Japan in Assassin's Creed and you go, by the way, you're not going to be able to actually play as a Japanese guy. Why? It's so retarded. It really is. And it got even worse. Now, we heard the rumours that, oh, by the way, you're going to be able to be bisexual in the game. Well, they followed through with that threat because, yes, you can have bisexual relationships, gay relationships. Just to show you, here is a clip that when you first see it, it goes, is that a man or a woman? Oh, we'll get to that, but have a look at this clip. Here is Asuke's gay romance.
I do not think I have ever seen you quite so tongue-tied.
Not yet, at least. I hope you aren't easily chilled. Do you think someone might see us?
Maybe.
Do you care?
Not at all.
What the hell is even that?
So there you go. There is the gay love scene. At least one of the gay love scenes that you can have in this game. And here's the thing about this character. Now, remember, we're in feudal Japan. And Yusuke, this is one of the Twitter accounts that talks about this. Yusuke actually has a gay romance in Assassin's Creed Shadows with a character named Ibuki, I think. I probably butchered that. Get this. Who identifies as non-binary they/them. Yeah, that's right. There's fucking pronouns in feudal Japan. Because, for some reason, who knew? They managed to go back in time and change things. I mean, how the hell did they do that? Was this them doing that? Yeah. So, to say this game is an unmitigated disaster already, it was an unmitigated disaster from day one of them announcing it with what their plans was. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And the fact now that they're saying, hey, if you review this game and you slate it and go after the developers and stuff, we're going to sue you. Good luck with that. Because, holy crap. And this game could be the game that brings Ubisoft down. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. You know the drill. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.